is all part of the history folklore project that we're doing in the valley.
Yes.
And we have a lot of recorded interviews done. But Noreen is special because Noreen has been handed down recipes from her grandmother, and we would really love to know their recipes, and Noreen is going to give us the full lowdown of how she got it from her grandmother, and it was handed down to her mother and handed down to Noreen.
My grandmother was born in about 2 miles east of here.
Right, okay.
And when she was about 18, she went to America.
Go away. Yeah.
But she was supposed to come back 2 years after, because she had a boyfriend and she was supposed to marry him. But when she went to America, she got a good job cooking.
And she forgot about the boyfriend.
And she stayed there about 12 years. So, when she came back, then she married a man out in Kait. Yeah.
Very good.
But I got this recipe from my grandmother because I used to spend a lot of time with her. And it's ginger cake.
Yeah. And you like baking anyway, regardless?
Yeah, oh, I love baking because...
Yeah, yeah. But every woman in the house kind of did that time.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah,
like
I know, but I worked baking in town, in Bantry.
All right.
And I worked in the nursing home and I was cooking and baking there.
Fair play.
So I have plenty of experience.
You have, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So
anyway, when you have 11 children, you would bake bread.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There was no running to the shop.
The baking, the baking, I do know I have a cooker and that, and it's very simple. Besides, long ago, they had an open fire. When I started first with my grandmother, an open fire. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember my mother, when she bought the first gas cooker, the man that brought it to her, he said his mother used to bake 9 cakes every day.
Wow.
In the open fire. That was some work.
And like
So-
that was the vestibule,
Oh, yeah.
heating.
The vestibule.
Well, underneath heating,
Underneath heating and up in the
and
cover.
to keep
Yeah.
the temperature.
Yeah,
To
so
keep the temperature kind of even.
yeah,
And
things are so simple now, besides what they were then.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but fancy 9 cakes every day.
They were,
Yeah.
they were up early and they had long hours and they worked hard.
Oh yeah, worked very hard.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So this is it the ginger cake that
The ginger cake, yeah. Well, I make brown bread and I make scones and I make fruit scones and apple tarts and
mix of everything.
everything. Yeah.
But the particular recipe that you got from your grandmother is that the ginger
That's the
cake?
rest. Yeah, that's
the ginger cake.
ginger cake. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And sure, maybe are you okay to share it?
Oh, sure, I don't mind. Just
Just,
what goes into it is,
Yeah.
you can add to it or you can take. What if you don't like something, you don't have it. It's treacle,
right.
Butter, eggs, and
Is that
it's sour milk, because when you use bread soda, you always have to use sour milk.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
Yeah.
Fruit, whatever fruit you like.
And is it plain flour or self-raising flour?
All plain white flour
Plain flour.
with bread soda.
With bread soda,
Yeah.
because the bread soda will be the rising agent
Yeah,
in it.
yeah. And when you use bread soda, you have to use baking milk, which we call.
Yeah.
Long ago they had the runoff from the butter, which they used to use for baking.
They used.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And does it stay long in the oven, Noreen, or
That's what?
does it stay long in the oven? Like 20
Oh yeah,
minutes?
yeah, about an hour.
I know.
No,
I know,
yeah,
yeah,
at
yeah,
about
yeah.
150 for an hour, yeah.
Yeah, and like Noreen, I mean, you have your own hens, so you have your own eggs, and you have.
I have my own eggs, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and it's that's a great way of besides using them for your family, but use them up in the baking.
Yeah,
also.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but I like the free range eggs anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's there's no comparison.
Oh no,
You
no
know,
comparison.
You know,
no,
between them and the
yeah,
bought
yeah,
eggs.
because the hens that's out, they have everything, like they can
Yeah,
fend for themselves and you know,
Yeah.
grass. And,
Yeah. And do you make your own jam, Noreen?
oh, I do. I make my own jam. Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just see honey there now on the
Yeah.
table. And
Oh, of course, the blackberries, but I usually keep the berries in the freezer because I don't like a lot of sugar, and I make it kind of fresh.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
few pots at the time.
absolutely.
Years ago, they had to make it. You know, they had no freezers for the berries or anything like
No,
that.
so they made a lot of it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this summer was quite a good summer, wasn't it, for fruit?
Twas love almighty, yeah.
Yeah.
We had raspberries and strawberries and
Yeah.
gooseberries,
and
everything.
apples. There was.
But we always had a lot of fruit.
Like I'm very interested in the recipe. So you heat the butter and the treacle first.
Yeah.
You just heat them slightly.
Heat
Slightly.
Yeah.
You add them to the flour.
You do all the dry ingredients first.
First, you
flour and the whatever flavors you want.
Yeah. And do you sieve your flour? Yeah, with the baking.
I don't know.
You don't. Some people say it's better to sieve, but everyone to their own. I suppose.
Yeah.
So,
and you can put a grated green apple into it. It's lovely to keep it moist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have our dry ingredients put together now. Our pound of plain flour, our spoon of bread soda.
Yeah.
We add in the spoon. Do you add in a pinch of salt?
No,
you don't.
I don't ever put salt because, well, I think what put me off using salt was I used to go to America a lot, and I used to do a lot of baking in America for my daughter, Kait, who's passed on.
God rest her. Yeah.
And they already have salt in the flour.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I never use salt.
You never use salt.
Yeah.
Well, there's no need. And do you add sugar?
I put some brown sugar, a bit of brown sugar, a couple of spoons of brown sugar. Just
So you have your 3 dried ingredients. Then you add your melted butter with the treacle and the eggs into that mixture.
Yeah.
Right. So and then
I usually put a bit of plain yogurt because the milk now, you know, it's compared to what we used to have before, the buttermilk.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of people do that, and some people didn't have the kefir, which is very similar to yogurt.
Yeah.
And they also,
because you see, when you use bread soda, you always have to use
buttermilk.
Buttermilk. Yeah. So the yogurt is grand. Yeah.
The yogurt is does the same. It does the same.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned about adding a little bit of cinnamon.
Cinnamon as well, yeah. Well, that goes in with the dry flour, with the bread, with
the dry ingredients.
Yeah.
And then you can add a bit of apple if you wish.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Grated apple, yeah.
If you wish.
Yeah.
And then.
And grated almonds, you can put a few spoons of that in. You know.
Yeah. And do you line your tin with greaseproof paper?
I do it with the butter paper.
With the butter paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I always use the butter paper.
Why not? Why not if you have them? And
yeah.
And you have your proper tins and everything, Noreen, which they keep in the heat.
Yeah.
In the cakes. And you put that into the oven then for more or less an hour at around maybe 100.
Well, they're kind of pie dishes, and I cover them because you see the best of them long ago kept in
the heat.
You see, kept in the moisture.
And you cover them with another butter.
I have covers for them.
Oh, you have covers. Sorry. Yeah.
I have covers there.
Yeah.
They're back.
And then would you have it at maybe 170, 180
Well,
degrees?
my oven, well, you could put it in at 180 and bring it back to 150, and this is...
Yeah, after so much time. Yeah. Great.
Well, I kind of have changed it, I suppose, a bit, you know, because in those days they hadn't the ingredients that we have now, you see. Yeah. My mother used to make them as well. Yeah. It was kind of handed down. Yeah.
But like, you know, I suppose that time, you know, Cinnemon, like, you know, just reference to your grandmother, you know, like ingredients like that weren't easily got.
Yeah, they weren't.
Do you know, they weren't because, you know, things weren't rationed in those
I
days?
suppose,
No?
yes, they were. I suppose maybe,
you know?
yeah, and sure, where my grandmother lived was about 12 miles from town.
From town. Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
yeah.
So you just made do with what you had.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for Christmas, no, Noreen, would you make Christmas cakes?
Oh, I do. I
You
make
do?
Christmas cakes, yeah.
Fair dues.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you make do you ice it and do the whole lot?
I have my plum pudding made just down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My goodness, Noreen,
Yeah.
Noreen, you're some
Yeah,
woman.
But it's fine. You know, you can throw it on the range and let it boil away in the pot.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. The decorations that you had when as you were a child, like did you decorate the house, or was it just the holly and the Christmas tree and the candle and?
Yeah, that's about all.
Yeah.
When we were children, it was just the holly and the candle and, of course, all the Christmas cards. And they're gone now because of...
Yeah. They were a decoration in themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the holly was the big thing. Oh,
yeah, it was.
There'd be nearly a day, you'd nearly have a day going to the woods to get the holly, because where we lived out it's 2 miles out from the West Lodge, like, there was no holly around, but there was Holly Hill. There was a place that we'd go and get the holly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm lucky I have it here on my own fence.
I know. Well, you are, to be sure.
Yeah.
And was there any more decorations that you put up at that time?
Oh, you know, just kind of things maybe we'd make ourselves.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Did you put ivy up?
Oh, yeah, that you'd hang up to the ceiling, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's all lights now. And,
It is.
you know, that's
Very true, yeah.
So Christmas is a nice time because it brightens up.
It does.
Dull December and, you know, the lights.
Yeah, and it is a time for, people to meet, like family that, that are far away, and like, you'd make an effort at around the Christmas time to meet. And
yeah, with the short days and the long nights, you kind of have more time.
Yeah.
Time,
And, in the past, people used to go to each other's houses, kind of playing cards and doing that, like, but that tradition has kind of,
it's a pity.
Has died
like,
a bit.
In my day at home, we always had a game at a Friday night. Some neighbours have it maybe another night, and my parents would go there.
Yeah.
And it kind of, there was no telly in them days, and it was an entertainment.
It was social, and he had the chat, and
And when our children were small, we used to have a game of cards here, and there'd be so many neighbours come. And now it's going out to the hall.
Yeah.
We go out maybe 3 nights a week playing cards.
Yeah.
And it's only from the cards now, like in the hall, it's nice.
Yeah.
They start at 8:30 and they're over at 10:30.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Yeah.
So. And like, isn't that fantastic that you can, that the facility,
you meet people and
you meet people,
and
the people that you're meeting have the same interests
exactly,
as what you have, which is good.
Yeah, and of course we used to go to the hall a lot dancing, but like since I hurt my knee and I don't dance since.
I know.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
The hall was a great asset for this.
It is. It is for this valley, and it's it's going it's going well, and and anyone that books the hall, and comes to see it, they're very happy with it.
Yeah, we have the game once a month on the Saturday night.
Yeah,
but I think the time of COVID, we had bigger crowds before that. The COVID kind of put them off. I don't know why.
It did. Yeah.
But I suppose.
And I don't know, did they ever kind of really come back? But they're starting to come back now because they're doing line dancing there now at the moment.
Oh, so there, yeah.
And like there's
the people are going out.
There's good numbers, which they're kind of starting to go out again.
Yeah.
After COVID.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah. But we continued playing, like maybe here.
Yeah.
Maybe some other house while the COVID was on.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
No, we went out,
Yeah. You were safe and you were sensible.
Yeah.
And what you
my grandmother, you see, she had one son only, and he didn't marry, so there was no family. And we'd go there when we got the holidays in school. I often spent 6 weeks out there. You know, it would be about 12 miles from Treacle, over the mountain, from Gugan Barra to the other side.
All right.
And
okay.
I loved being there, like, you
Did
know.
she speak Irish?
I just loved being there with my grandmother.
But Kate is asking, did you speak Irish?
My grandfather, spoke Irish, so we had a lot of. I remember when I was going to school, I always got money from the teacher for being the Irish, but I got it from my grandfather because he was teaching in the school. Yeah, and the Irish was simple to them, like. So we picked it up from them. Yeah.
And was that during the summer now that you used to stay with your grandmother?
Yeah,
Noreen?
in the summer.
In the summertime.
Yeah, when we had holidays in school. Yeah.
And were they farming or were they? Or was,
Well, they had.
But did you say he was teaching?
He was teaching.
Yeah.
But was my grandmother used to do everything till she used to milk the cow.
Wow.
And they'd have their own potatoes and their vegetables.
Yes.
And there was an orchard there, and they'd have everything.
Yeah.
They were
like everybody else.
Self-sufficient again, like, you know. Yeah. I remember even they had their own rhubarb, and you know, everybody in those days that had any bit of ground.
Yeah.
Well, and then they were more sheep farmers, I suppose.
Yes.
And just a few cows.
Yeah.
And you had your own milk and everything.
Yeah.
But then it was different where I lived. We went to the creamery. We were at the other side of Bantry, 2 miles out, and that was very convenient to the town. Yeah. But my mother always had hens, and she'd sell the eggs, and when we'd be going to the creamery, I used to often go to the creamery with the pony and car in the holiday time then again, and you'd have potatoes, a bag of potatoes for some fella in town, and you'd bag of carrots for some other one, and you know, maybe a couple of dozen of eggs for somebody else.
I know.
And then you take the milk to the creamery. And, you know, it's amazing now because my mother would say, oh, bring a pound worth of butter. A pound in money of butter. You'd get 8 pounds of butter in those days for the 1 pound of money. And when you think back, 8 pounds of butter for the 1 pound in money. Yeah. Unreal.
Yeah. You wouldn't get it now, Noreen.
And then, you know, you get the tea and sugar as well in the creamery. Yeah. And that was it. Yeah. But like I said, we were so convenient to the town. My father was he used to have beautiful vegetables, and of course, people in the shops would sell them then. Yeah. So, different times.
Different times.
But I think people should definitely go back and be more self-sufficient.
Absolutely.
When you see the trolleys, it's
absolutely
shocking.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, we do our own potatoes here. Yeah. And nearly all our own vegetables. Yeah. Well, you'd always get, you know, little presents. Yeah. But Christmas, like, as we say, like, I mean, the turkey and that. But there was always a dinner the previous evening, which was fish. Yeah. We all, you know, because it was a fast day. You'd have fish the evening. Mm-hmm. You'd have your dinner, say, in the evening around 7 o'clock, Christmas Eve. And that was a fish dinner. Yeah. I do, I suppose. It was the ling fish. They would call it ling. Right. Ling fish, which was probably a fish that had been preserved. It was dry, yeah. And that was cooked and put into a sauce. And you had your potatoes and your vegetables, and that was it. Yeah. But, I mean, the dinner the evening before Christmas was lovely with the fish, yeah. because it was festive.
And like you probably would have made the white sauce and all, Noreen.
Oh, the white sauce,
you know,
yeah.
with the onions
Yeah,
and
with the fish, yeah.
Yeah. And that was
Yeah,
nice too.
the fish should be cooked, boiled with milk and the onions.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the white sauce. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And was it your own turkeys you used to have, Noreen?
we did have our own turkeys, yeah. I
Yeah.
remember, yeah, my mother had her own turkeys for Christmas.
Yeah. So like you would have killed one of those, and they would have been hanging for so much time before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And it would have been one of your own turkeys that you would have Christmas Day.
Oh, your own turkey, yeah.
Yeah. And did you have ham, or was it just a turkey?
Oh, we'd have ham as well, yeah, but you would have your own pig.
You'd have your own pig, yeah. So you'd have like, as you say, you were totally self-sufficient.
Your own turkeys, because always you'd have so many turkeys for to sell. And geese as well, like a flock of geese, yeah. So I think things were more interesting in those days than what they are now.
Yeah, but like your turkeys, I'm sure now, because we also used to have turkeys.
A free range turkey.
Okay, yeah, but like, was it a very heavy turkey? Like in the sense like that, it used to be kind of cooking for a long time.
Well, I suppose you'd probably kind of pick out one that would suit you for.
Yeah.
To cook it.
Yeah.
So now it's all boned and rolled and stuffed. Well, I'm getting a plain turkey now for Christmas.
I know.
I don't like the bone.
Do you make your own stuffing and everything?
Oh, I do. I make my own stuffing. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Brussels sprouts, I'm sure you probably have those.
I have Brussels sprouts, yeah. And I had cauliflower up to recently. So,
Yeah, and the Swedes and...
Yeah. And beetroot.
Yeah. My goodness, Noreen, you're some woman. So you are.
The Christmas songs.
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose. I heard my husband saying the other day, turn up the radio. I heard that song 40 years ago. I remember coming out here to Randballs when I was about 15 with my parents. They'd be invited out to the Randballs, yeah.
Yeah, but would they have been in someone's house, Noreen?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They'd be in a house, yeah.
Yeah. And like everyone saying, like, I'm sure Denis, your husband, is quite a good singer too, isn't he?
He does, and he plays the accordion as well.
Does he?
He does, yeah.
Very good. Yeah. And would there have been many at the Randball?
Oh, packed.
Packed.
Oh, it would be packed.
Yeah.
I remember going to Paddy Bryan's to a Randball.
Yeah.
Caldon's, another Randball, was east further. And Sean Shays, I suppose.
Yeah.
And we'd go to the Randball in Barlin. Yeah.
Okay. And did dances sit?
Oh, sure, the Mealagh set.
The Mealagh was danced and play tunes and sing songs and maybe even tell stories.
Oh, tell stories or sing. Yeah. Look at the rain, and I got it. Yeah. So.
Yeah. It was great entertainment in those days, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, we had, Yeah.
You know, and it was lovely for everyone to meet up and...
Yeah, and we used to have our Cayleys in Bantry in the boys' club. You'd have your Cayley there I'm not sure now, is it Saturday or Sunday night?
Right, okay.
You know, and crowd from here would go in and, from all over. Yeah. So we had plenty of entertainment without the telly.
And you see, I suppose, in that time then as well, Noreen, a lot of people were, they were working at home, like in the sense that they were farming and they had help. So like having a social event nearby was, it was lovely.
Yeah. But I remember my father bought us a car. I was only 15. Because he was he was dealing in horses and he'd be going out places.
Right.
So he bought the car. I was only 15. And I thought I'd teach him to drive, but there wasn't a hope. He wouldn't sit behind the wheel. And I used to bring him out this way and, all around. It was when I got married here that I realised I had been, you know, houses up over there and different places.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just kind of like home from home.
Home from home, yeah. That I kind of knew the place around, like.
Yeah.
But in those days, you just sat in and drove. There was no...
Yeah.
There was no lessons or no...
Yeah, you learned, like some member of your family taught you how to drive.
Yeah.
You know,
I remember the first time I drove, I sat into the car at home in the yard. And I went down as far as the West Lodge. And I always remember there was a big black gate there. So I said I could swing around in the road. But sure, the cars in the road, you could count them in one hand all day, like. Yeah. You know, when I was around 15.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was, you know, now.
No, they're passing out 3 and 4 cars at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose
Or Hillman.
I still remember a TZC 11, the first car my father bought me.
Yeah, and was that a Hillman Hunter or was it an Anglia?
An Anglia, I suppose,
Anglia,
yeah. It was a Ford, yeah. But that's, you know, you just sat in and drove. You learned the way. Yeah.
Would you go to Mass at Christmas?
Oh, at Mass,
yeah.
Oh, God, yeah, always,
Yeah. And like confessions, you know, were a big thing as well, weren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, like there was...
Where would you go to Mass for your
in the Bantry church I would go. Because we were only 2 miles from Bantry. Yeah. While as the people here, they had to go to Treacle. It's supposed to be 6 miles, would it?
It would.
Across the ground, yeah.
And it was... they probably were going in cars by that time.
There was no cars.
No cars? No.
When my husband was small, I don't think there was any cars. Yeah. They walked. Well,
or cycled?
Yeah. But I remember my grandfather. You see, my grandfather was from Devon, and he was known as Cuhan Mosheen. But I have found out why they called him Cuhan Mosheen. He had a mouse colour horse. And that's the way they'd go to Mass, in a trap and a horse.
Right.
And you see, there'd be some other fellow in the road and so they'd say, oh, here comes the mouse. And that's why he was called Cuhan Mosheen.
Yeah.
But that's how they went to Mass, Slango and Pony and Trap. Yeah. When I think of it now, that my grandmother taught me that when she went to America, where used the boats go from in those days, somewhere, wherever the boat went, her boyfriend took her to the boat, but I never asked her how did they go. I suppose it was Pony and Trap.
Pony and Trap, yeah. And like, you know, I know there was a train in Bantry, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, I remember the train.
Yeah, but like that wasn't probably
but sure,
that wasn't on the go at that time. Maybe.
I remember going out in the last train from Bantry. We went out as far as the first stop, and I was only about, let me see, around 12 or 13.
Wow.
But we went for the last spin.
Oh, yeah.
And walked it home then.
And where did it go then, Noreen? Like
the train went from Bantry to Cork. But there was stops. Well, I think only once I went from Bantry to Cork. There was a diesel train, which was a passenger train, and then there was a train that used to go out from the fair date that would take the cattle away. Yeah. But I always remember the diesel train, because when we'd hear that passing in the morning, we'd be saying, oh, it's time for school. It would always pass at 8:30.
All right.
The diesel train. It passed by our house.
All right. Okay. There's some, will I write it
here?
Right.
Flour.
So
plain white flour.
So we'll say one pound.
I mean, it depends on what they're baking it in, like, you know.
Yeah.
The size of the tin. Yeah. They can use their common sense.
Like we'll say that's an 8-inch, isn't it?
Around that,
an 8-inch. So for an 8-inch round tin. So for
You could say 2 cups of flour.
Yeah.
It is a horrible day.
It is an awful. Right. Okay. So and we say 2 ounces of.
2 cups?
2. No. Yeah. 2.
Yeah,
We say 2 ounces of.
Butter?
We'd say butter, black butter.
Yeah, yeah.
We'd say black butter.
Yeah.
You know, as opposed to the spreadable stuff. You know. Yep.
If it don't turn out right, they'll be blaming me.
They won't.
Yeah.
We can put the end of it. Do this at your own discretion. Like, how did you learn that recipe from your grandmother? Like, did she tell you according as she was doing it? Or did she actually write it down and say, Noreen, you'll be able to do this?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
You kind of picked
there
it up.
was no weighing scales. 2 cups of this, spoon of this.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Common sense, a lot of it. See how it turned out.
And she showed you this recipe.
Yeah.
Things weren't written down as often.
Yeah. And like you were doing it, like you were probably baking every day. So,
Yeah.
you know, like maybe it was easier to pick it up, you know.
Oh,
and,
sure, yes.
You know, like anything, if it's being done every day,
Yeah.
you know, it's easier. Yeah.
Well, when I had my family, you'd bake a couple of trays of brown scones and fruit scones. You'd always have a couple of fruit cakes for the week. And, of course, brown bread. But the scones are handier than the brown bread, I think.
Yeah.
You know.
And of course, Noreen, you had that added experience then when you were working in a bakery.
Oh, yeah, sure, I baked in Bantry.
Yeah.
And then
And where was that, Noreen?
where Haggerty's and all.
Where Haggerty's are now.
Yeah.
Dennis, you worked for a bakery as well.
Not really, but when I was young, I was delivering stuff around Bantry, which was a lot of bread and buns and that kind of thing. But I didn't bake it as such.
Okay.
I eat it.
Oh, yes.
Is that how you two met? Did you meet at the bakery?
Just so long ago, I can't remember.
And then in the nursing home, like, I cooked there.
Yes,
And
yes.
you baked as well. I baked as well. You'd be making the desserts like apple tarts or pear tarts and scones again, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So something you do every day is very simple.
Yeah.